All right, let's check out some of the best teams in the Sunshine State. Look at number 10, the Palmetto Tigers, earning their spot in the top 10. Kaylee, their RPI is the best in the state.
And somebody who fell after this past week, Columbia. You don't see them there anymore, but you do see Chaminade-Madonna making their way to the top 5.
All right, let's talk to the guy responsible for all these rankings, Josh Wilson, the founder of FloridaHSFootball.com. Hello, my friend. Good to see you.
Good, great to see y'all as well. It's hard to believe we're already through 8 weeks of the season.
It sure is, but Josh, before we get any further, I have a bone to pick with you. Columbia, number 3, you were super hot on them a few weeks ago. They lost in overtime, 1 loss, and now they dropped 15 spots. Please explain.
Well, Kaylee, it's real simple. Got to go back to the week before. Lee lost to a weak Ribault team, and Columbia just couldn't get out of their own way against Lee. And right now, Columbia is looking at a wild card spot and not a district championship. So that's a big factor why they dropped that many spots.
Wow.
Mighty have fallen.
Seriously, mighty have fallen big time. Okay, let's talk RPI. We follow you on Twitter, and the comments, people are freaking out over the RPI. Why are people having such a hard time with all of this?
Well, first, it's the first set of rankings, and we've still got several more sets of rankings to go here. But got to remember the RPI, 35% your win percentage, 35% your opponent's win percentage, and 30% your opponent's win percentage. That makes the components of the RPI, and it's only factoring into the games played up to that date. So when you see the rankings, that's where it's factored into. So there's still a lot of football left to be played here coming up in the next 3 weeks.
So you look at a team like Western, 6-1, but they haven't beaten anybody really good, and that's probably holding them back. They do, however, have a matchup against St. Thomas in a few weeks, which is going to be pivotal for them.
Yeah, that's going to be a week 11. That's going to be the final game of the season for both programs. But, you know, if you look at Western and why the RPI for them is so low right this second, it's because of look at who they've played. The strength of schedule has not been there for them. Of course, when they play St. Thomas Aquinas, this will help them, and it will help both teams, and actually will probably help the other teams they have played that could be potentially playoff bound. So this is why you can't really get worked up, about the first set of rankings or what the rankings are going to be on Tuesday afternoon. It's because there's still a lot of games to be played, and you add more games, and when you keep adding more games, the number keeps going up in terms of the averages. And, eventually at the end of the day, once we get to week 11 and get through all those games, we're going to have that final RPI, and these games that even to week 11, they're going to matter, and they're going to show up, and they're going to matter to the strength of schedule.
Well, thank you so much, Josh. I know we, for one, are looking forward to seeing how everything shakes out come playoff time.